Hello everyone, today we'll take a look at the best wireless mice in the market for 2021. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I'll try to help you find the right one for your needs. To see the most up-to-date prices and find out more information about these wireless mice, you can check out the links in the description below. Before we start, I have a question for you guys. Which mouse are you using right now and what is your opinion on it? Let me know in the comments. Number 5. Razer Basilisk X Hyperspeed, best multi-purpose mouse. The Basilisk X Hyperspeed is most defined by what it lacks, the Razer SpeedFlex cable found in the Basilisk V2, Basilisk Ultimate and DeathAdder V2. Instead, this is a wireless mouse that connects via a 2.4 GHz USB Type-A dongle powered by Razer's Hyperspeed wireless technology that it claims has better performance than competitive products. You can also connect via Bluetooth Low Energy. That lack of wired support is likely to worry some folks, especially if they fear their Basilisk X Hyperspeed's battery will die when they don't have a backup. It measures 5.11 by 2.36 by 1.65 inches and weighs 2.9 ounces if you exclude the battery. Those are the same dimensions as the Basilisk V2. Since I preferred that model over the DeathAdder V2 and other mice, it's not surprising I liked using the Basilisk X Hyperspeed for long periods as well. The Basilisk X Hyperspeed and Basilisk V2 have similar layouts, but the former lacks one CPI switch, the tilt scroll wheel buttons and the button underneath for controlling scroll wheel resistance. In practice, however, the upper limits of a sensor's CPI support don't matter if you use a lower CPI setting. I set every mouse to 1600 CPI for daily use. So long as the tracking is good at that sensitivity, I don't care how high the sensitivity can go. There's no denying there are many differences between the Basilisk X Hyperspeed and the rest of the Basilisk lineup. It uses Razer's last-gen technologies, is the only member of the lineup that doesn't offer a wired connection, and costs significantly less than its counterparts do. But overall, it's one of the best Bluetooth gaming mice in the market. Number 4. Logitech G Pro X Superlight, best gaming mouse. The Logitech G Pro X Superlight is an excellent gaming mouse, versatile enough for office use. Even though it doesn't have a honeycomb design, it's still among the lightest mice we've ever tested, which is especially impressive considering it's wireless. It offers amazing performance whether used wired or wirelessly, with a very low click latency and a high polling rate, and its CPI can be customized precisely by increments of 50. All of its buttons can be reprogrammed, and you can also set a G-Shift button to give you a second layer of controls, but this may not be enough buttons for some MMO gamers. The G Pro X Superlight uses Logitech's G-Hub software. With that app, you can see the approximate length of time remaining before the mouse will need to be recharged, and how much energy it's currently drawing. Unlike many other companies, Logitech represents this charge level with an actual percentage, rather than an ambiguous battery icon that offers very little information. Logitech took one of the best mice on the market and made it more appealing to people who want the lightest, most responsive mouse possible. Essentially, anyone who's been waiting for a lighter take on the G Pro wireless will find what they want in the Superlight. Number 3. Logitech MX Master 3, the most versatile. Logitech's MX Master mice have long been favourites for productivity hounds who want to read, process and produce as much as they can, as fast as they can. In a lot of ways, the MX Master 3 isn't far from the rest of the MX Master family. Like the MX Master 2S, it's a right-handed 8-button mouse with a large thumb wing. On top it has 2 click panels, a clickable scroll wheel and a button just below the wheel to switch manually between precision and freewheeling scroll speeds. The new MX Master 3 has the same sensors as the MX Master 2S, Logitech's dark field sensor with a max CPI, or count per inch, sometimes called DPI, of 4000, which is high for a productivity mouse and low for a high-speed gaming mouse. Programming the buttons is very simple and doesn't require any technical skills, since Logitech makes it very simple with a large bevy of options. It even recommends actions for certain gestures, making the scroll wheel mode button instead open a new Chrome tab was one of them. You can tweak the speed through software, but only through a slider, not precise numerical increments. Logitech claims the MX Master 3 has a battery life of up to 70 days on a full charge. For professionals often toggling between devices and software, the MX Master 3 is ready to be customized into your new favorite productivity tool. Number 2. Logitech MX Anywhere 3. best compact productivity mouse. Logitech's MX Anywhere 3 is an excellent premium mouse filled with features and customization options, but its compact size won't be for everyone. The MX Anywhere 3 is a compact, low-profile mouse meant for people with smaller hands or for use on the go. The mouse is smaller than I'd prefer, but its ergonomic shape contoured to my hand, giving each of my fingers a comfortable place to rest. Comfort is also improved by the plush silicone grips found on the sides of the mouse. The subtle, wavy pattern on the edges gave my thumb and pinky enough texture to clasp onto. The MX Anywhere 3 is meant to be compact and portable though. At 3.49 ounces, it's an easy addition to even your most tightly packed bag, especially when compared to the MX Master 3, which weighs 4.97 ounces. The MX Anywhere 3 is built for productivity, offering 4 programmable buttons. The 2 side buttons, scroll wheel in and button south of the scroll wheel. You can program the buttons to do most functions you can think of, including launching apps, and you also get the ability to launch per app settings. If you have small hands or want a mouse that travels easily without sacrificing functionality, the MX Anywhere 3 should be on your shortlist. Number 1. Razer Viper Ultimate. Best overall. This mouse is one of the greatest gifts of Razer that's not only ideal for claw grip gaming, but is also the best gaming wireless mouse. The Razer Viper Ultimate has PTFE feet with a finer touch, smooth clicks, side buttons, mouse feet, and a very sensitive sensor. The sensor is again Focus Plus, which uplifts DPI values up to 20,000. DPI is actually dots per inch, so the more DPI, the more the movement of your mouse per inch. The sensor also features 650 IPS tracking, which is the maximum distance your mouse will cover per second. The sensor is simply without a flaw, with 0 skipping or spin-outs. The Razer Viper Ultimate features 8 buttons consisting of mouse 1 and 2, and scroll wheel buttons, and 2 side buttons on each side with a DPI button on the bottom. The side buttons are precisely located, neither too high nor too far. It's easily accessible to your thumb, and if you're concerned about the clicks, don't worry. With a battery life of 70 hours, you can really break the bars of your game. The RGB feature may drain the battery, but the mouse is very quick to recharge. The charging plug is also RGB and is compatible with the rest of your setup. The most amazing feature of the mouse is the PTFE feet, which give the Razer Viper a silky smooth movement over a pad. Overall, a perfect claw mouse that may be a little costly, but honestly, the features are worth your investment. Buying guide. DPI. One of the main specs you'll see to advertise a mouse is DPI, or dots per inch. In the simplest terms, this is a figure that shows how far the mouse pointer will move for every inch that the mouse itself physically moves. Take a 4K display, for example, with a 3840 pixel width. You'll need to drag a 400 DPI mouse nearly 10 inches across your desk to move the pointer from the left edge to the right. How far for a 3000 DPI mouse? About an inch and a half. Polling rate. Another key spec you'll see reported for mice is the polling rate. This is a figure measured in Hertz, Hz, that shows how many times each second that mouse reports its position to the computer. A higher number means greater accuracy and smoother movement, at least in theory. The leap from 500 to 1000 Hz may sound large, but in reality it's a move from 2 milliseconds to 1 millisecond. It's unlikely your eyes will even notice. Ergonomics. As using computers and mice have become the norm in our society, so have the issues with hand and wrist pain that come from the odd angles we keep our hands in while we work. This is why the ergonomics of the mouse you choose is the most important thing to consider before you buy not only a mouse but any peripheral. For mice in particular, correct ergonomics is important because it can help prevent repetitive stress injuries like carpal tunnel syndrome.